The perfect complement to watching the Math Dude program is playing this, the Math Dude home game. Here's a group of kids playing this brand new board game. In the game, you have to solve math problems until you score enough points to be crowned king of the domain.
X plus 2 equals 4. You got an easy one.
You move around the board based on the number you draw from a deck of cards, which have the even numbers 2 through 10 printed on them.
Oh, I landed on divide your points in half.
Now, the players soon realize that they seem to be pulling a lot more low numbers than high numbers.
How come I keep getting a 2?
So they stopped playing and divided the cards into piles based on the numbers printed on the cards. Then they counted the number of cards in each pile, and they wrote down the results in ordered pairs, which associated the number printed on the card with the amount of cards in the pile. When they finished, they had written down 5 ordered pairs. The set of ordered pairs they came up with is called a relation. Each pair relates the number printed on the card with the amount of cards that have that number. Here we simply have a list of the 5 ordered pairs, but this relation could be expressed in a number of ways. One is called a mapping. That illustrates how members of the first set of a relation, called the domain, are paired with the second set, which is called the range. Here's what I mean. This is our relation written as ordered pairs. The first members of the pairs form the domain. The second members of the pairs form the range. Then, arrows are used to show how each element of the domain is paired with an element of the range. Our mapping is complete. Notice that there are 2 domain elements paired with 11 in the range. This information could also be listed in a table. A table divides the domain and range into 2 columns. The members of the domain are listed in the first column and labeled X. They are sometimes called the X coordinates. You'll see why in a few moments. The members of the range are listed in the second column, labeled Y, and these numbers are the Y coordinates. The table is slightly more organized than the mapping. It's a little easier to see the pairings, and it helps to create yet another way to express a relation, a graph. A graph is a picture of the relation where each ordered pair is represented by a point plotted along 2 axes. The horizontal axis is the x-axis, and the vertical axis is the y-axis. The axes meet at the origin. Each pair in the relation is represented by a point, and the ordered pairs provide the coordinates of those points. So to plot the point 6, 11, start at the origin, count 6 along the x-axis, and 11 in the direction of the y-axis. Do the same for the other points in the list. And you have graphed the relation. In the table, you could see the actual data, but on the graph, although you may not be able to see numbers at first glance, you can make conclusions about the relation. In this case, you can see that as the numbers on the cards go up, the amount of those cards goes down. So there are more low number cards and fewer cards with high numbers.
So that's why I kept getting low numbers. This game will take forever.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a new video game.
Cool, can we play?
Yeah, come on.
So we've seen that a relation is simply a set of ordered pairs, and that set of ordered pairs can be expressed as a list, a mapping, a table, or a graph. And we've seen the kids like games that move just a little quicker. Hey, the least you guys can do is clean up.